The weight of anxiety and the meaning that sets us free. We live in an age of urgency, where every second feels heavy, and tomorrow carries an anxiety that binds us. It's as if time is never enough, as if life is always on the edge of an invisible cliff, with fear and worry as our only companions. Anxiety is just that, a fear of tomorrow that suffocates the present. But, as Viktor Frankl proposed, perhaps anxiety is not just a burden. Perhaps, behind it, lies an invitation to something greater, something that asks us to look beyond the rush and within ourselves. Frankl believed that, no matter how intense our fears, we can always find a sense of meaning that strengthens us, a purpose that sets us free. Imagine someone caught in the whirlwind of a fast-paced routine, lost in thoughts that come and go, with their heart heavy for no apparent reason. They search for something elusive, a feeling of emptiness, yet they continue, driven by autopilot. This person doesn't know why they feel anxious but senses the need to go beyond the discomfort. This is where discovery begins. Frankl said that anxiety might be a signal of something essential missing, something the soul itself is striving to find. When we are far from a purpose that fills us with meaning, the emptiness becomes unbearable. Life starts to be lived from the outside in search of temporary reliefs, of answers that fail to calm the heart. Frankl's proposition is that, instead of fleeing from anxiety, we look at it as a guide, a sign that perhaps we are living far from what truly matters. He invites us to ask, why am I living? What, amidst this whirlwind of worries, truly deserves my attention? Anxiety, in a way, may be a search for safety, for stability. But what it truly demands of us is the courage to face life authentically, to find meaning in small gestures, in relationships, and even in the simplest moments. Frankl did not promise a life without difficulties but showed that with purpose, difficulties could take on a transformative meaning. Thus, the answer to anxiety may not lie in eliminating discomfort but in learning to live with it from a perspective of meaning. Life, as complex as it is, gives us the freedom to choose our path. And even on days when fear feels overwhelming, there is always a reason to move forward, a reason that uplifts and strengthens us. Brief pause, preparing for the climax. Frankl said that life does not demand an immediate answer from us but rather a stance of acceptance and courage. Instead of running away, he suggests we accept anxiety as part of the process, as a reminder that there is still something worth fighting for. Therefore, when anxiety arises and tomorrow seems daunting, remember, you are not alone in this search. And perhaps, within this very discomfort, lies the starting point for a life full of purpose, a life that, despite its doubts, is truly worth living.